Love and care as central to teaching, rethinking school curriculum. If education is meant to nurture growth, then why do so many students experience learning environments that feel cold, rigid, and impersonal? Why do schools often prioritize discipline over understanding, performance over well-being, and obedience over self-expression? Could it be that the most effective learning does not come from rigid authority, but from relationships built on trust, care, and human connection? If students learn best when they feel safe, valued, and encouraged, then shouldn't love and care be at the heart of teaching rather than an afterthought? How often do students feel like they're just numbers, test scores, or data points in a system designed to measure rather than nurture? When teachers are forced to focus on curriculum deadlines rather than student well-being, what message does that send about the value of the individual? A student who feels unseen or unheard will struggle to engage, no matter how intelligent they are. But when teachers genuinely invest in a student's growth, not just academically, but emotionally and personally, the classroom becomes a space of transformation rather than compliance. Shouldn't education be designed not just to transfer knowledge, but to affirm each student's unique identity, strengths, and potential? Emotional intelligence, EQ, tells us that students do not learn in environments where they feel threatened, ignored, or misunderstood. A child's ability to retain knowledge, take risks, and think critically is directly tied to their sense of psychological safety. What happens when students are taught not just through instruction, but through warmth, encouragement, and genuine human connection? Isn't a teacher's greatest impact not in what they teach, but in how they make students feel about themselves and their ability to learn? If we know that love and care build resilience, motivation, and intellectual curiosity, then why is education still designed around fear of failure rather than excitement for discovery? And what about multiple intelligence theory? If students learn in different ways, some through movement, some through discussion, some through quiet reflection, shouldn't teaching be flexible enough to honor these differences? A student who struggles in traditional academic settings may thrive when given creative or hands-on opportunities, but without teachers who recognize and nurture that potential, their confidence may be lost before it has a chance to grow. What if classrooms weren't just spaces of instruction, but spaces of affirmation, where every student was given the chance to see their own value, not just in their academic performance, but in their unique way of thinking and being? If teaching is not an act of love, then is it truly education? If students do not feel safe to express themselves, encouraged to take risks, or valued for who they are, then how can we expect them to fully engage in learning, to build confidence, or to cultivate intellectual curiosity? What if schools prioritized relationships over rigid structures, compassion over control, and connection over compliance? What if the foundation of education was not competition, standardization, or discipline, but love, care, and the deep belief that every student has something meaningful to contribute? If we truly believe that education has the power to change lives, then we must ask, are we teaching students to believe in themselves, to trust their voices, and to embrace their potential? Or are we creating systems that make them feel small, unseen, and unworthy? Because if love and care are not central to teaching, then we're not just failing to educate, we are failing to truly inspire.